it's all just a symptom of being human.
Hi, everyone. It's another episode of MSP Kingdom. How you doing, Chad?
Doing good. Happy holidays.
Nice. Yeah, happy holidays. And here's to 2025. We are excited to go over some stuff. And next year, this podcast is going to get a lot more guests and a lot livelier. Yeah. And we're going to get some people in here. We're going to get people up here in the house and talking some stuff.
Yeah, it's great to bring in people who are plugged into every part of the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got some really big names, really awesome info for MSPs out there. We're going to be, firing off right away at the very start. So, all right. So, Chad, today we got some stuff. We're going to talk about some things we want to say goodbye to, 2024 and back.
Yes.
Goodbye to some stuff. And then also things we're excited for in 2025. And then at the end, we're going to give you some updates on Zest, the PSA, where it's going,
yep.
And things that are new and things that we're looking forward to and all that kind of stuff. So let's go over some things we want to say goodbye to and, close the book in 2024 and back. So the first thing for me is sugar.
Yeah.
I'm saying goodbye to sugar. It is a demon that has possessed me and haunted me most of my adult life, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I was younger, and especially when I was playing sports, I played a lot of sports. I was, athlete, but I would say my 30s and 40s, the sugar monster took full control of me.
It's hard. It's hard to give it up. In January 2024, I went the whole month, no sugar.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I lost weight. I felt better.
Yeah.
But then I just fell off. And
a little brutal, huh?
Yeah. You start slipping it in my coffee again, just a little here and there, and pretty
Yeah, I don't know.
soon it's wide open. So I wish you the best of luck on that.
Yeah. I want to say goodbye to sugar. Now, there is some things I'm seeing in the news and hearing, technology advances, healthcare, medicines, things, all kind of things advance, and I'm hearing that there might be things out there that you can start taking and it'll make you hate a glazed, beautiful donut.
Oh, it'll make you not like it?
Yeah. Well, not exactly. I mean, these shots and different things, they kind of, they suppress your appetite.
Yeah.
But as well, and of course, we're not doctors.
That's right.
Maybe doctors of love, but we're not doctors. But so we're not giving advice or anything. But not only suppress appetite, but I guess when you eat some of the stuff you shouldn't eat, it kind of you don't feel so well. And I don't know. I think.
I mean,
I
feel like crap a lot, so I'm willing to try.
Exactly. So sugar is what I want to say goodbye
After
to.
everything I ate over the holidays.
Yeah, exactly.
It seemed,
I know.
It seems like a good time.
It always makes you feel terrible.
That too, like this thing and New Year's resolutions. You go into January, everybody hits the gym, everybody's got all their health related resolutions. But
yeah,
it's no wonder because I was eating cookies for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
cookies and fudge and all the Christmas stuff. Of course, you're going to go into January.
Oh yeah,
wanting to try to change that.
Totally. And you're not feeling that well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
What do you got?
Well, one of the things that after 2024, I'm looking forward to saying goodbye to as much as possible is, I don't know how to put it. Some people say trunk slammers, break fix.
Yeah.
I really have to say though that we've talked to hundreds of MSPs.
Yeah.
I mean, hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds.
From one-man startups to people who've been doing it for, they say, 30 years.
Yeah. bigger MSPs,
bigger.
20, 30, you know.
A lot of people doing it 30 years who aren't bigger.
Yeah, right.
And the one thing that I'm really seeing is they're really, there is an old guard of people who love technology and they fix stuff, but they've never been able to make that leap operationally.
Yeah, right.
And there's just no way to say it. It's like, bad IT companies.
Yeah.
And maybe they're good. Maybe the guy's good at technology, but you know what? It's a bad IT company.
Yeah.
And more and more and more, we're seeing across the board, established companies changing their ways, startups kind of hitting it the right way.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see the marketplace have better and better IT companies. And then a special shout out to my favorite IT company to bash on, the managed print company who wants to be an IT company.
Right. Those are real fun.
If there's
sales
one,
orgs, they
one
are
thing
like
to say goodbye
they're
to,
sales orgs that do a little bit of tech.
Yeah, I mean, I just heard the story of a managed print company who's spent about a decade trying to be an MSP.
Yeah.
And they're failing.
Yeah.
They're failing at it. They've got lots of business.
Yeah.
But they don't keep it.
Yeah.
They're a sales org. They get lots
Yeah.
of business. They don't know how to keep it. They don't know how to do the job.
Yeah.
And more, as we've seen so much of the industry, just seeing that, I'm ready to say goodbye to MSPs, are people selling IT who think IT service is something you sell, like a commodity you sell, rather than treating it like a service that you get people to sign up for and you deliver continually. That's the big difference.
Yeah, I'm with you
Gotta
there.
be on the hook.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think we've both really have seen that it is a much easier step to go from being a managed service provider or an IT service that is only doing IT, and then add maybe phones and copier printer and stuff. That's
Totally.
a much easier step than the reverse of that.
It is.
Because it is a full blown service. I mean, we've talked to hundreds of MSPs. It's rare, but we hear once in a while. I just want to I want to have something that I can manage from the beach.
Right.
with a Mai Tai, and make all this money and manage it from the beach. And I don't know. I guess maybe there's some universe, Chad, where that's possible. But we've been doing this forever, and we don't see that at all. We think that is just the biggest pile of garbage ever. To be a great IT service or to be a great MSP takes dedication. It takes hard work. It takes working with your clients, loving your clients, being in there, building a staff, all those kind of things. It takes mass effort, and it's so rewarding. We love it.
Oh yeah.
It's the best, absolute noblest profession out there, and we love it. We think the rewards are great. We've seen the rewards, but it takes a lot of effort and hard work. And so I think that's kind of what you're saying too. And I echo that. This whole break fix trading time for money thing. I want to say goodbye to that. Wave goodbye to it. And just this idea that that what's fascinating and exciting is that this industry, MSP, this service, because it's not a product. There's products in it, but it's not a commodity. It's a service.
Not a commodity. Exactly.
And so it's getting so much better, and that's great for the clients. And it needs to get better. And why? Because the clients have so much at stake now. There's so much at risk.
Oh yeah.
Even if you're a little one-person CPA firm, or I mean, I could give a bunch of other examples, but clients out there now, they need great service. They need great security, great service. They need so much that you need more sophisticated, better MSPs out there. You need a team. And if you're not trying to move towards this as an MSP, you're going to get left way behind. You're never going to be able to compete with what's out there today in the industry. And and one of the things we hate to hear is side hustle. Give me a break. Right. This is no side hustle. It's not for the faint of heart to build a great MSP.
And what's happening is businesses are learning that. That's the slow evolution.
Clients know it now. They understand it. They know when they're getting served by a side hustle.
Yeah.
They know it now, and they don't
Oh,
like it.
I know of a business who they brought in, they're a major e-commerce, really blowing up, selling stuff e-commerce, big business. And as they're growing, they're concerned about security. They brought in a security analyst, consultant to come look over their IT, see what's going on. And of course, the very first thing the security analyst told them is, hey, this part-time, side hustle IT support you got, that's the very first thing you need to change.
Yeah.
You need comprehensive, fully managed IT from a professional organization, or you will not ever meet your security objectives.
Yeah.
And more and more businesses are learning that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's there. So, yeah, that's one thing for sure. I got another one. Most conferences.
Right.
There's too many conferences in this space.
It's true.
And I think, what do we do about that? Well, I think MSPs out there, you need to raise that bar and the you need to only go to the best conferences that are actually there for you and giving you good info and stuff like that.
You don't have to go anywhere for somebody to try to sell you something.
No,
they'll do a demo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go to the ones that are providing you good value, and also I would say stay away from the pay to play conferences. They're disgusting. So stay away. Stay away from the pay to play. All that kind of stuff. The one I'm excited for. There's two I'm excited for next year. One is PAX 8 Beyond. It's a tremendous conference, great conference. And ScaleCon. That's the other one. I think that one's going to be in New Orleans.
I'm going to PAX 8.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to that one.
Yep. And I think I'll hit the ScaleCon one, but those are the two I'm looking forward to. So
my other thing that I want to say goodbye to, it ties in a little bit with I think what frustrates you about conferences.
Yeah.
I'm ready to say goodbye to acquisitions ruining good IT products.
Right.
I just heard about
CompTIA.
Heard about another one. Yeah. CompTIA, and then another product that I think is a great product. It got gobbled up, and people are heading for the hills. A security and auditing product. It's funny because I talked with a vendor, and we'll talk in generalities.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not to protect the innocent.
Sure.
Definitely not innocent. But
one
of the major product stacks bought up this well-liked security product.
Yeah.
Alerting product.
Yeah.
And a competing vendor, I spoke with them, and they said, "Oh man, the minute that was announced, we were lined up for weeks for demos and trials."
Wow, that's incredible.
Because the minute the big conglomerate bought them up, MSPs are wising up. They know the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
This product's either going to be milked, or killed.
Yeah,
and neither is good for MSPs. So I'm excited I want to say goodbye to any reliance on those stocks, and we're seeing more and more MSPs, saying goodbye to them as well.
Well, you bring up a good point, and as we have talked about the goodbyes, and now we're going to talk about 2025 and in the future and what we're looking excited for. As we look at that, there's change in the air. It's exciting. They're, like you just said, MSPs are getting smarter, and on they're on to this whole vendor shtick and what goes on.
Yep.
And just like the clients out there are getting sort of smarter. This industry is evolving, and there's change, and you cannot be doing things the way you've done things in the past. You cannot. True. And you can't be treating it like it was treated in some ways in the past.
It's true.
And so that's what's exciting. So 2025, some things I'm looking forward to. I think the economy is going to be red hot the next 2 years. I'm not just pulling this out from my beautiful green hat, but it's, I've done a lot of research, a lot of things I've looked at. Boy, I love watching Squawk Box every morning. That thing comes on at 4, and I'm up ready to go watching that for a couple hours. But all the things I see show a red hot economy. And I think the next 2 years are going to be just fantastic for MSPs. It's been good years for a long time now, but I think the next two are just going to keep continuing on. Again, for the MSPs that are looking to get better, get bigger, get smarter, all that kind of stuff. If you're not improving, if you're not moving that way as an MSP with products and everything else, then you're absolutely going to get left behind. Not because of the economy, but I think the economy is going to be red hot. What do you got for 2025?
That's great. Yeah. Well, what I'm looking forward to is I think 2025, I'm seeing a lot of pre-release products that are making AI, large language models, really, really specifically useful for MSPs.
Yeah.
Everybody's been using ChatGPT for a couple of years now. This
Right.
2024 was the year where it became pretty impressive in its general capabilities.
Yeah.
But now, we've been talking with companies that are using the technology, they've been developing it and training it and targeting it specifically for
Yeah.
tools that MSPs can use. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be really helpful. Now, I don't think this is, it's just my opinion. I don't think that this is going to be some replacement for your level 1 techs.
Right.
I don't think you're going to automate I hope you don't automate your customer interactions.
Right.
It's not a winning idea. Don't commoditize the most useful thing about your business, which is human to human interaction.
Yeah. Customer touch points. Be cautious.
But I'm talking about tools that make
Yeah.
the automation easier, the management easier, empower your techs,
Yep.
train them.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Make their
about
life
some-
easier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm really excited about seeing some things around documentation and knowledge
Yeah.
base, right? Where you can take all your hard work that you do and then pull a knowledge base from that dynamically. I think these are going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Well, hard work. So, obviously got to have hard work, but you need some help. And now there's some fantastic tools out there, amazing tools and things that can help MSPs to do more and take care, better care of their clients. I think one thing for 2025 that's exciting is I think clients know they need security.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And they need more security and more than they have. And it's definitely out there now. It's a great opportunity for MSPs to find great products. One that we love is Huntress, just incredible. Huntress is amazing. But find these products to help you to do more security, get into cybersecurity if you're an MSP, and MSP, listen, you should be, phones, VoIP phones, IT service, copier printers, cybersecurity. You got to do it.
You really do. And, the expertise of an MSSP, the overlap there with MSP services, I understand the segmentation, the separation there.
Yeah.
But for a lot of businesses, they don't. And for a lot of businesses, there's just still a strong push to use a provider.
Yes.
And businesses still seem to see these things as directly related.
They
right?
do. They
Now,
do.
But I'm with you. One of the things I have here, what I'm excited for in 2025 is a new wave of products, independent products, or let's be real here.
Yeah.
Products outside the two product conglomerates that are stifling
Yeah.
innovation.
Kaseya and ConnectWise.
Kaseya and ConnectWise.
Yeah.
Not to say that that people aren't getting value from Kaseya and ConnectWise. Obviously, people buy it, use it for a reason.
Sure.
But I don't think anybody's going to argue that Kaseya and ConnectWise are innovators,
Right.
are nimble,
Right.
are keeping pace with changes.
No.
Right? No, there's a new wave of products, independent products that are resisting acquisition,
Yeah.
they're building really great new capabilities.
Yes.
And wrapped up in that, I've been actually doing a lot of demos with different security products that let MSPs offer real comprehensive security. And that's always been kind of a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Like, I get it that an MSSP might have some of the best security personnel.
Sure.
Like you've always pointed out, Bobby.
Yep.
Can we start with making sure you have 100% MFA coverage?
Yeah.
Can we start with making sure that there's no data in insecure locations, right?
Right.
These are capabilities that the MSP has to be able to bring to their customers.
That's right.
Now, beyond that, the sky's the limit. You can go as high as you want.
Right.
But MSPs need to have it's not, we have antivirus and anti-spam, right? That's
Right.
that is not security.
Right, absolutely.
We've progressed so far beyond that, and a lot of these new products are giving those capabilities, compliance management,
Yep.
Aligning your customers to frameworks, offering, like you said, Huntress
Yeah.
just came out with their SIM product at an actually great price point.
Yep.
And more importantly, all the data you're getting is actually going to be looked up by security professionals
Right.
that an MSP can't maintain
Yeah.
in-house.
Yeah.
Even medium MSPs can't
Yeah.
do that. So great products enabling MSPs to
Yep.
take their customer relationships and provide a much better comprehensive service and,
Yeah.
and make more money off of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely 2025. Looking forward to that. I mean, it's been bubbling for quite a few years now, but
Yes.
we definitely see it now. And again, sometimes clients will work with cybersecurity firms, but then that list gets handed to who? The MSP or the IT service to do all the stuff.
Yep.
And so you've got to be definitely have to be knowledgeable and know what's going on with that stuff. Talk about AI. One thing that I think of too for 2025, I'm definitely excited to get more into Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. I think that the clients and are going to have to really delve into that. I think it's going to be helping people.
and the AI components of the products your customers are going to be using.
Yeah.
You're going to have some knowledge because they don't take I don't know for an answer. We all know
Right.
that.
Yes.
You don't want to be saying, I don't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So 2025 is the year of learning a lot of new things.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can help you.
Yep.
Go
Absolutely.
ask it. Go ask it.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. So, to finish this podcast off, we wanted to talk about Zest PSA and some updates and why it's awesome and stuff like that. One update I got that I liked that was added was overlapping time for, again, to add to the strong timekeeping component in Zest. I mean, it's such a strong part of the product of easily be able to track time, track at different places, anywhere for all kinds of things. Super easy for techs and engineers to do. They don't resist it because it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just added one more thing where you can do overlapping. And so, I like that we added that. Do you have any updates?
Yeah, no, the overlapping time is great. Just to enable people to meet people where they're at. Hopefully your MSP can grow to a point where you're not billing for time and you want to be 100% accurate with it, but we just understand that not everybody's there yet.
Yep.
But one of the things that a lot of people like is the mobile responsive way the app works.
Yeah.
So it is easy to put in time when you're on site, when you're on the go.
Absolutely.
So the overlapping can be really important there.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm excited about, we're have released our Hoodoo integration finally.
Hoodoo.
Speaking of great
Love Hoodoo
products, Hoodoo, fantastic product, very powerful product.
Yep.
And with our integration with Hoodoo, Zest will let you provision quickly onto Hoodoo because what we're seeing is Hoodoo has a lot of people who want to move to it.
Yeah.
But moving your documentation's a big step.
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal.
Big time.
Hoodoo does have a lot of customization, but it also requires a fair bit of setup.
Yeah.
And so not only will Zest let you, synchronize your core data to Hoodoo that's in Zest, your company's your contacts, but you can even provision our recommended templates for documentation to fill out to make it really easy. So we love Hoodoo. We're excited with that. And then another thing that we just we're working on right now, we're about to release, is more customizations for priorities. But it reminded me about our SLAs. We've done a lot of work lately, making sure that the way SLAs work in Zest are so useful.
Yeah.
Really, the number one thing to let you see, how am I performing? How am I really performing for my customers?
Yeah.
You can't hide from the numbers. And we just made a change. So by default now our highest priority is emergency.
Yeah.
Better defining, aligning with our recommended SLAs.
I love it.
Because, we had some feedback from customers saying, hey, these are your recommended SLAs, but we got a lot of people hitting that highest one, and that's a pretty fast SLA. And what's the deal? And we realized, we used to call it urgent.
Yeah.
But,
emergency is such a better
it's a better frame for our recommended SLAs. But that ties into to the dashboard.
Yeah.
And that's really important that those work well.
Yeah, I think what makes Zest awesome again is the shining star is the dash bar. It cannot be emphasized enough of how the dash bar can completely change your MSP for the better. I think of it as, it's worth more by itself than any automation or integration or suite of products from Kaseya or ConnectWise. It beats Synchro and Halo. That's how powerful the dash bar is. It'll make you more money. You're going to have happy clients. No balls are going to get dropped. You're going to have happy techs. If you're an owner of an MSP, you're going to feel that peace. And why do I say all that? Because simplicity, there is so much power in simplicity.
Yes.
And you find that power of in simplicity, and then you build process around it. You keep efficiencies going, and you keep consistency going. You get the chaos out. You're doing the same stuff every day or similar, that kind of thing. So the dash bar, every day you can come in, pull that dash bar up. It's interactive. It's clickable. Everything else. You just keep it green. If you keep it green, you are going to have happy techs, happy customers, no balls dropped.
Yep.
And as an owner, you're going to feel that peace because all the things are going to be covered. That's how simplistic it is. And you don't need a million automations, integration, all this stuff. Just keep that dash bar green and your MSP will grow. You're going to make more money. You're going to get more referrals. It really is that powerful. And one thing we've learned talking to hundreds of MSPs is there's a lot of paradigms in this industry we're trying to help change for the better. And it's kind of hard to get there sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think the simplicity of that dash bar is hard for people to grasp sometimes,
Yeah.
But it's there. And we see many success stories all over and over again of once people catch on to that dash bar and catch on to the work feed and let the automation of the work feed work for you. So that's where automation's a good thing. Let those things work for you. Wow, you can really start becoming better as an MSP. Instead of having, bloated tools and all these things, months and months of onboard, all the things you just, go through instead of focusing on the core things you should do as an MSP.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody knows there's a million ways to do things. That's a common saying, right? But nobody ever says there's a million good ways to do things. And that dash bar is really the mirror of truth. You start using Zest.
That's great. It's like the sword of Shannara.
Oh, yes. I never finished that. I couldn't.
Great. But the power of the sword of Shannara was like a mirror of truth.
There you go.
And you could not wield the power unless you were able to face the truth of yourself. Like that, it was like a mirror. That's how powerful. So, that's how.
Not to be dramatic, but Zest is that way.
It's like the sword of Shannara. I love it. Okay, yeah. Keep going.
Maybe we put a little Easter egg in there.
Yeah, I like that.
The dash bar.
Yeah.
But, you start using Zest. And we had a couple months back, we had a great conversation with a customer. And, they were using Zest for a little over a month. They got in the swing of things, understood how it worked. And we had this meeting and they're like, okay, but man, this this gauge on the dash bar, it's always yellow or red. And here's the reasons why. And how can I change that? And we talked it through, and after we talked it through, we understood. You change it by doing a better job for your customer.
Right.
You don't change the product to hide the fact that in this situation, we just broke it down. Like that gauge is that color because the customer has waited this long.
Yes.
And the customer has waited this long because of whatever reasons you have.
Yes.
They don't care. They will be unhappy.
No, you cannot kick the can down the road with the dash bar.
No, you can't.
All the other systems we've used them all. I mean, we've used them all out there. And all the ones we used, you could kick that can down the road somehow, some way. And usually it would become some festering, terrible sore at some point, and then the customer would just fire the MSP. But you can't do that with that dash bar. It's going to let you know.
And in this case, it was a very common thing with smaller growing MSPs. They're like, well, we haven't been able to reach the customer, connect with them.
Yeah.
You can't just close their ticket. And, we just said, well, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can
send them a
ticket.
message and
like,
let
we can. We said, well, we did it thousands of times for our customers. And we explained why we did it, and they
Yeah.
said, "Of course, that makes sense."
Yes.
And
Yes.
suddenly, it was funny because you see the light bulb go off. They're like,
Yeah.
I really can do that? Like,
Yeah.
it's really okay?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're here to tell you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have built it this way if you
Right.
couldn't do that.
Exactly.
And here's what you tell your customer.
Yep.
Here's a standard you set. And suddenly you could see that he was like, well, that's going to change everything.
Yeah.
That's going to get rid of 15% of our tickets that
Oh,
are
yeah.
that are always there. We can't do
Yep.
anything with. And yeah, so Zest is there again to be this new wave of products that is built with a purpose.
Yeah.
It is not a endless playground where you can use it a million ways.
Yeah.
999,000 of which are terrible,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It is a product built for success.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Well, Chad, first year for the MSP Kingdom podcast.
Yeah.
Excited to go into next year. We're going to have a
lot of guests.
A lot of guests,
Excited
good,
to
robust episodes and topics, discussion, all that kind of stuff. Very exciting. So thanks for a good year.
It's been a good one.
And happy holidays. And,
See you in
go from there.
2025.
See you in 2025.